Love to me is really important. Everyone feels love, I think.
Loss is obviously losing someone you love, or even the absence of beauty can bring a feeling of loss, and it's just like such a deep, gut-wrenching emotion, understanding that something that you once had that brought you so much happiness is now gone.
When I lost my grandmother, I was very, very close to her, and I think you feel that sort of loss of someone like a physical pain as well as emotional pain. It's actually, you feel it as a physical hurt within yourself.
Loss is definitely something not talked about enough. We don't talk about grief enough. And I've experienced loss recently that I don't want to get into because I'll cry. But loss is definitely so much better if you talk about it, and it's such like an overwhelming thing that just changes your outlook on life completely.
Loss for me is when my mum got diagnosed with schizophrenia and cancer, because then it's not that I lost it in a sense, but I lost the way she was in the past. And
that pain like that, it never really goes away. You just learn to live with it and cope with it.
And that caused a lot of emotional pain for me, because it's not the mother I grew up with in a sense.
But then you do end up moving away from that feeling of loss and grieving in terms of like when someone dies, by experiencing life again. Like
a very painful experience, and it is to this day.
And just putting one foot in front of another and taking another step, because when you have nothing left, that's all you can do. Just think.
It's hell. Wait, no, I'm too dark. Wait, I can't do this shit. Wait, never mind. Go to.
Personal story of loss would be with my mum, who died when I was 15, a few days after Christmas, from something that was completely treatable and could have been stopped if someone had just called an ambulance or something, but she was very stubborn. She didn't want that to begin with, and we were all scared of her in a way, so no one called the ambulance. And now there's loss in the sense that she's not in our lives anymore, when she was such a huge, massive part of everyone's life. And now my family dynamic is completely different, but in a way from that loss, people have changed, people have grown and different, and feeling loss just makes you like grow so much more as a person than love does.
To lose your parents has been a dreadful experience. I have to say, to think of being a parent and losing a child, that must be dreadful. So, I mean, yeah, pain and grief and all of those things you get over, but you don't never forget them.
Yeah, I've lost a lot